Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having another great day. In this video, I wanted to see what would be better if I kept mining Ethereum on all 10 of these rigs, or if I switched them all to Ergo, and then I'm able to turn on some of my 6600 XT mining rigs here in the mining cave tower rig. You guys know these are from my garage, and I recently moved them here because I'm in a transition of moving. So I'm getting the feeling that, you know, I'm kind of wasting these GPUs just sitting here doing nothing when I could turn them on and get them to mine something like Neoxa, because Neoxa has been pumping recently and is really profitable to mine now, especially on AMD GPUs like 6600 XTs, or really any AMD GPUs that are good on the KawPow algorithm, which, you know, from what I've tested a few AMD GPUs, it actually mines the ProgPow variants pretty cool versus Nvidia cards, which Nvidia cards mine KawPow very, very hot. So, you know, I think it's imperative for me if I can try to get these on, but the thing is, I have to, I guess, turn down these GPUs in terms of to mine Ergo, so that I could free up some power consumption in this whole barn here, so that I could turn on these 6600 XTs. I have 18 here. So just to show you guys right now, okay, so in my Hive OS, I have 10 octominers here, B01 to B10, all right? So that's the 10 octominers on the shelf right here, okay? As you guys can see. And the total mega hash is 3,856 mega hash. And the power consumption for all of them is 4,950 watts on the first PDU, and then 4,000, I'm gonna say 800 watts on the second PDU. So combined, we are almost, I'm gonna say 9,800 watts. I'm just gonna say 10,000 watts, give or take, all right? 10,000 watts for 3,856 mega hash on Ethereum, okay, for these 10 octominer rigs. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be switching all of them to Ergo, and I'm gonna take some time and, you know, do the settings I can, you know, most effectively and most efficiently, and hopefully I can see if I can shave off at least, I don't know, 500 to 600 watts so that I can turn on my other 6600 XT rigs, okay? So this is gonna be a fun video. It's very similar to one that I did with my 3090 rig you guys probably saw recently, where I shaved off almost, I think, 700 to 800 watts on that 6x3090 rig from mining from Ethereum to Ergo. So that was really nice, and of course really cool. It kept the GPUs really cool. So that's another plus that, you know, to mining to Ergo is really good for me. I will go through all the numbers and we'll add them all together in terms of profitability from moving these 10 to Ergo and then turning these 3 on for mining Neoxa. And maybe I can turn on some of my other rigs here if we are able to, you know, cut off a bit more power to add into my mining cave tower here. But we'll see how it goes. I'll do that all right now, and then you guys will see that right after this ad. Nerdgears.com. If you guys are looking for graphics cards or any other crypto mining hardware, they have a lot in stock right now, especially GPUs. Looks like they have some P106 100s, they have some Sapphire 5700 XT Pulse editions, RTX 3070s, they got some A4000s, RTX 3080s, a lot of stuff. They accept PayPal and crypto as payment. Check it out, guys. Nerdgears.com. All right, after about, I don't know, a good 5 or 6 hours of testing out most of these rigs on, you know, just figuring out what the best numbers are, even for, you know, efficiency, of course, for mining Ergo. All right, so all of my rigs now, they're all mining Ergo, and I've done some math numbers here, which I do want to go more in depth later on in this video. I just wanted to take note of right now how much mega hash in terms of Ergo we are mining combined. So 7,948.5 mega hash on all of those 10 octominers, okay? And the power consumption at the moment is around 7,940. It's almost 1-to-1 in terms of mega hash per watt here. So just to show you guys the power at the wall, okay, so this PDU here is about 4,060 watts, give or take, and the other one here is about 3,880 or so. It does spike up a bit. Around 3,800 and, I'm gonna say 80. Yeah, I think that's the number I took. So I combined those two, and yeah, that's the combined power. So Now, if we were to minus out the Ethereum mining that we were doing on the rest of the rigs, about 3.8 gigahash, that was using about 9,900 watts combined, around there. So if we took the delta between Ethereum mining and Ergo mining, just switching my rigs to Ergo, we've cut off about 1,960 watts around there, about 1,900 watts. So that's a pretty big difference, I would have to say. Pretty big difference. Now, what does that mean? That means now I can plug in and turn on my RX 6600 XTs. And then I will see how much, I guess, KawPow hash rate we can get on these 18 6600 XTs. And then I'll do the math there. And then we will do the profitability against, you know, mining Ethereum versus what we are going to do now, mining Ergo and then, I guess, Neoxa, because Neoxa profitability is pretty good right now. You guys will see the mining cave tower come back on here somewhere. I'm not quite sure yet. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. The mining cave tower is back on. Finally. I love these 6600 XTs. These are the Sapphire Pulses. Pretty nice, pretty nice. All right. So unfortunately, I had a bit of an issue setting this up because my PDUs are very limited in terms of the ports that I have available. And you know, a lot of these Octaminers, they have more than one PSU, right? So these X8 Ultras that I have dual 1200 watts. So I had to take a few out, well, 3 of them that were using 2 power supplies. So I unplugged one, but I had to make sure, you know, depending on the power consumption of all these rigs. But now that they're mining Ergo, literally all of them, except for my Radeon 7 rig, is under 1,000 watts. So I was able to unplug, and it's hot swappable, so it didn't interrupt anything, which is great. And so most of them are now running on one C13 to C14 power cable, and so now I have them 3 extra set up for my 6600 XT rigs. Look at how beautiful these cards are. And okay, you guys want to see the numbers now. We have added now another 314.4 mega hash on Neoxa, and I can just verify with you guys here on my Hive OS. They're the 3 tower rigs here, okay? They're now mining Neoxa, okay, so about over 314 mega hash. And so I did the calculation. I minused out what the power consumption is now. So about 9,580 watts around there right now total. And then I minused out the 7940 watts with just mining Ergo. And so now the Neoxa rigs that I added, those 3 6600 XT rigs, are now taking about 1,640 watts at this much mega hash. And just to verify with you all, added power consumption here, okay, so you guys can know that I'm not lying here. Okay, so we are not at the what we were mining with Ethereum. Okay, so that's one, I guess, positive thing as well. I guess we took out about 320 watts, I believe, according to the difference between mining Ethereum and then to Ergo and Neoxa. But we've added 18 more GPUs, which I found to be pretty funny. But is it more profitable now? Okay, so that begs the question. Okay, that's the whole point of this video for me, to see if, you know, me adding these 3 6600 XT rigs rather than mining Ethereum on these 10 rigs, and, you know, vice versa. I don't know, we're gonna see. So I gotta go in the computer, I gotta do some calculations. I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, so I've done some calculations. I do have an Excel doc here that I've added some things here I want to go through in the rest of this video, as well as some other stuff. I guess just some food for thought of, you know, rather, you know, than mining Ethereum, why not mine the other coins? And, you know, what is my plan going forward and also after Ethereum and all that stuff. So this is something that I just kind of want to talk about as well in this video. I'll probably do another video, but as well, I do want to show you at the end of the video, I'll just go through all of my rigs. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to go and show you guys my overclocks for a lot of my rigs that I have right now, real quick. You guys can freeze frame this. Here's my 5700s. This was my 2070 rig. This was my 3070 rig. This is my 1660 Ti rig. This is my other 1660 Super Ti rig. And this is my Radeon 7s. They actually do pretty good, but I think I can eke out a bit more Ergo hash rate on my Radeon 7s. I think I just have to put them in C mode, but I'm going to do that in another video. And then we got my all 20 series GPUs and one X8 Ultra here. And next rig here is some 3080s and a 90HX, which I think is just basically a RTX 3080 anyway. And I also have another 3070 rig here. You guys can see my hash rates, overclocks. And then the last rig here is my 3060 rig. Okay, so that's it. Oh no, here's my KawPow rigs. Okay, here's the Neoxa rigs. Just to show you guys real quick, you can freeze frame, look at it. I do have Micron memory 6600 XTs, and these ones do take a bit more power than my Samsung memory 6600 XTs. Okay, so that's just something I want to clarify there. All right, so let's go through what is more profitable then. Is it mining Ergo or mining Ethereum? Ergo and Neoxa, or mining Ethereum. Okay, so I've written out an Excel doc here. I want to go through here. This is going to be probably a long video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Initially, let's just recap here. Initially, my Ethereum mining of all those rigs, all those GPUs I just showed you guys, was about 3.8 gigahash at about 9900 watts. And then we did a second test of mining Ergo, switching all the rigs over, is about almost 8 gigahash, okay, at about almost 8000 watts. Next part here is Neoxa mining. This is where we added the 18 6600 XTs. Combined, we're getting now 314 megahash at about 1640 watts for all three rigs. And so the difference there, all right, between mining Ethereum and Ergo and Neoxa together is 320 watts. And the difference higher is for Ethereum. Okay, so Ethereum does take about 320 watts more versus me mining Ergo and Neoxa. Okay, now the next part here, electrical cost. All right, so if we went to what to mine, this is where I got the numbers. Okay, so in what to mine here, I put exactly my Ethereum hash rate, power consumption, and you can see auto Lycos here. I put that there, the exact numbers that I was getting, as well as KawPow for the Neoxa. All right, there's the hash rate, there's the power consumption. So I did 10 cents kilowatt hour. And this is what I got. And it is August 31st of 2022 as of recording this video. So obviously, and we all know the Ethereum merge is coming up in the next 15 days or so. So this will obviously change, but this is just a theoretical thing here that I'm trying to do before the merge. All right, so Ethereum mining would be about $87 if I had free electric, or after my 10 cent kilowatt hour, it would be $63.83. If I was mining Ergo, it would be $55 before electric, $36.11 after electric. Neoxa would be $15.60 for free electric, or $11.67 after electric. So if we go back to our Excel sheet here, you can see, all right, now the cost for electric, so I minused out the profit to the electrical cost of what to mine showed there at 10 cent kilowatt hour. And so the difference here in electric in a day is $23.76 a day. And then on Ergo, it's $19.06 a day. Neoxa is about $3.93 in electric a day. So if I combine Neoxa and Ergo together, that would be about $22.99 a day. So the difference there between Ethereum mining is 77 cents. So that means Ethereum mining is 77 cents more to mine than Ergo and Neoxa. All right. So next part here, what is more profitable then a day to mine as of today, as of August 31st? So Ethereum mining was $63.83 a day. Ergo plus Neoxa combined profitability here is about $47.78 a day after electric. Okay, so the difference there, if I were to mine Ethereum, it would be $16.05 more than mining Ergo and Neoxa on those same GPUs that I just showed you guys. So that's kind of the difference there in terms of the daily profitability, right? That's what I just wanted to get at in this video. So I'm gonna go through near the end of talking about what my plan is, but there are some other things I want to go through that some people may do as a strategy, and it's not financial advice, but there's plenty of people out there who have done it, and I have heard many success stories of people doing it this way, many success people doing, selling every day. It really depends. It's extremely hard to calculate something like that because everyone's situation is different depending on the time of day that when you sell, or when this coin is mooned, or how much you mined on this day, how much you mined on that day. No one can give you the exact strategy that's going to be the best to do, because it really depends. It's just, there's so many variables out there. It really depends. So this is where I want to get into the yield. All right, so mining Ethereum for me right now on those 10 rigs, I would be yielding about 0.0556 Ethereum a day. Okay, now if I was mining Ergo, it would be 17.9 Ergo a day. And then if I was mining Neoxa, it would be 3,605 Neoxa a day on those 6600 XTs, which I believe is pretty good because I'm mining it at this low time and the price of Neoxa has been going up recently, right? So there's a lot of upside potential there, I believe, not financial advice. So let me go through the next part here of I guess some theoretical kind of scenarios type of thing. Okay, so I have a huge disclaimer. I want to start off first. Okay, nobody knows what is going to happen or what will be the best strategy to do after or before Ethereum merge. Everyone can speculate and have an opinion, but it is not financial advice. Do what makes sense for you in your financial situation and do your own research. I have to say this before I get into the next part because everyone's situation is different and not everyone can do, certain strategies that are out there. I just wanted to put it out there first because that is such a huge thing. Because for me, I have heard of so many different people's stories in terms of mining and how they got there and how they achieved this, achieved that. There's so many different ways out there. And I'm going to have to say, like, the end all be all here is like timing and like, I guess luck as well in a sense, but really timing of when you do a certain thing or do this or sell that, sell this, buy that at the certain cycles of the market. I mean, if you've been perfect the whole way, you probably are not watching this video right now. And I'm not perfect either. And you're probably not perfect either if you're watching this video right now. But I'm not trying to offend anybody. I think this is just a big disclaimer for the general people that are watching this video, you guys that are watching me. I just wanted to put this out there because I think this is the biggest question that everyone has. And ultimately, really, nobody knows what's going to happen after the merge specifically. We can give examples, we can give our opinions, but that's really it. Okay, so enough about that. Let's keep going here. Why stay mining Ethereum till the end? Okay, so this is a scenario for people that, may think that they want to, keep mining. And I've assumed some situations here. I don't think all of them are here, but these are just some popular ones that I think would attain to me and maybe some of you guys. So the first part here is you're mining Ethereum to the end because for the dollar value. Assuming you sell every day. So this is for those that are just wanting to get that cash every day. And, after the merge, you're maybe uncertain if you're going to get that dollar value still after the merge. And so you're continuing to sell. Next part is one of your main sources of income is through mining. That's self-explanatory. It really makes sense because you're just mining Ethereum till the end and you're still selling every day to get that income. Next one is don't have other streams of income. So this one, I mean, yeah, self-explanatory. I mean, you're selling every day and you're doing it because you just don't have other streams of income. And this is really your only income unless you also had a full-time job. But like I said, everyone's financial situation is different. There's so many different strategies out there. Anyway, next one is you live paycheck to paycheck. So you do have to keep mining Ethereum because it essentially is the most profitable thing right now to mine as a GPU miner or maybe an ASIC miner if you have those Ethereum ASICs. Next one is getting that dollar fiat cash reserve, capital, safety bed, buying cheaper GPUs, buying coins when lower, bear market after the Ethereum merge as a potential play or maybe a lower risk play. So this is a big one. I mean, if you're doing this, it's because you're uncertain of what is going to happen after the merge. And obviously mining the other coins that you are essentially you're trying to get as much money, as much cash as you can so that you could do one of these things or multiple of these things. You just want to have that safety bed, that safety net of money, cash ready to maybe buy cheaper GPUs, maybe buy the coins when it's lower during this bear market that's here. We're not sure how long this bear market is going to be. It's, we just have no idea. And the Ethereum that you're mining, if you're not going to hodl it, you're selling it. You are selling because you're trying to, have that lower risk play of having that cash just in case. That all goes back to the other stuff here. Depends on your financial situation. So that essentially is just a lower risk play, essentially, instead of hodling the Ethereum in hopes that it would go up. But again, nobody knows. That is obviously a speculative play. Next one here is you believe in centralized Ethereum will appreciate a lot higher in price after the merge. Okay, I was being a little bit facetious there regarding the centralized word there, but just regarding that, if you're mining Ethereum to the end and you're hodling, then ultimately you either just really believe in Ethereum and the project itself, and or you are also believing that the appreciation and the price will go a lot more after the merge. Who knows, right? Nobody knows. So let me know which one you guys are in. I don't know if you guys are doing this or not, but yeah, let me know down below. All right, next part here is why mine Ergo, Neoxa, or any other coin that is not Ethereum. Okay, so this is gonna go with just specifically, I guess, any other proof of work coin, not Ethereum, if that makes sense. So in my case here, right, just to go against my theoretical, not theoretical, actually a real test that I did here of, you know, switching to Ergo and Neoxa before the merge, you can see here, I'm missing out on another $16.05 a day, right? In terms of profitability. But the thing is, okay, let's go back here, is you believe in the higher price appreciation percentage than Ethereum. So mining or yielding more before the merge, that bag could be more lucrative than mining Ethereum now and selling it every day. So this is one where I do believe in this, yes. And you can see that the amount of coins that we're yielding now, if I were to switch now, this is what I'm getting, right? This is the amount of coins that I'm getting. So there is a chance. And what I mean by the, I guess, higher price appreciation percentage than Ethereum is that the other coins that you are mining will essentially go up more in price than Ethereum in like a percentage wise, if that makes sense. So let's say, yes, we're mining Ergo and Neoxa right now, and we are losing $16.05 a day, essentially, because we're not mining Ethereum. But for example, what if Ergo went up, you know, 20x, 50x more than Ethereum? What if Neoxa also went up, you know, 10x, 20x, 50x more than Ethereum? There's potential that that could happen. Obviously, that is a big risk, but there have been times, many times, not just on these two coins, that other coins, other proof of work coins out there that have gone up many times more than what Ethereum has. Okay, so that's just all really like a big gamble, obviously. Like you're essentially spec mining, right? And you are thinking that, you know, for example, Ergo or Neoxa is going to 100x one day, and it's going to be worth a lot more than when you mined it versus, you know, mining Ethereum. And I know there's going to be the argument of people saying, why don't you just buy the coin? I'm going to get into that. I actually have that coming up right after this, okay? But going along to why mine Ergo, Neoxa, or any other coin that is not Ethereum, okay? So hopefully you guys understand this one here. Next one is you believe in the project, okay? I guess that goes with, I guess, Ethereum as well. But really, you know, there's Flux, there's Neoxa, Ergo, Raven coin. There's so many other like proof of work GPU mineable coins out there that you just essentially just believe in the project in hopes that it will do great things, not just in terms of price, but the project itself, the development, all the, you know, fundamental things of different crypto projects that are out there. All right, so obviously that's a given point there. But next one is you support the project by providing security, or people think of it as a service. And yeah, I mean, as a GPU miner, you are mining the coin and not buying the coin, but so you could say buying the coin is, you know, supporting the project as well, obviously. But in terms of mining it, it's also supporting it in a way that you are providing security for the project. Last point I have here is you don't like Ethereum. So more so I've been hearing a lot lately is a lot of people that, you know, Ethereum has been obviously putting GPU miners or miners under the bus, and they're leaving us, they're leaving the ecosystem, and obviously they said that in the very beginning, but it obviously leaves a bad taste in all of our mouths that they are moving to proof of stake and, you know, having this merge, even though it doesn't lower the transaction fees and a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, it's just, they're just trying to kick out all the miners, and now they're, and anyway, I don't want to get political here. That's just one point. I guess any of you that are into that, let me know for that last point. I just put that there. Going to the next part here, argument for mining less dollar value coins. Why not just buy the coin? So this is, I mean, I get this question all the time. Everyone says, why don't you just buy the coin? And I'm going to tell you guys something. Okay. Personally, I've maybe only bought $100, $200 of Bitcoin once in my life. I have personally never bought a coin. Okay. I have always mined it. So going to the first point here, you don't like buying the coins. All right. Self-explanatory. That's basically it. Next one is mining as a business, taxes and expenses can be beneficial. So I don't want to get into this one too much. I'm not a tax accountant, CPA, whatever advisor. Do your own research, talk to your CPA, obviously. But mining as a business, you have a lot of expenses. You can expense a lot of things from your hardware, from your electricity, all that stuff. And so even though, you're generating less income essentially from mining lesser value coins, you are also essentially paying less taxes. But obviously once you sell the coin into fiat, that's another taxable event, and then obviously capital gains. But in a sense, you're not paying that initial income inclusion from mining the coin a lot more than saying if you were mining Ethereum, right? If you're mining Ethereum right now, you're going to be paying more income because once you get that Ethereum in your personal wallet or exchange or wherever you're mining it to, which is yours, you will have to pay taxes on that. And then once you sell it into cash, that is then a capital gain. All right. So that's from the initial cost basis of which you mined it. Again, I'm not a tax professional or anything. That's just what I have to do. And also, I also run a YouTube channel and stuff. So, taxes is a little bit more different for me. So depending on how you're set up for your business and taxes and all that stuff, it can be beneficial in a sense to mine the lesser value coins if you believe that those coins will go up a lot more than Ethereum. That kind of goes back to this, the higher price appreciation percentage than Ethereum, for example. Okay, next part is you are addicted to crypto mining, like me. And I guess that's it. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say about that. I'm really addicted to crypto mining. I love buying GPUs. You guys know that. So that pretty much trumps buying the coin, all that stuff. I don't know what else to say. It's just an addiction. Okay, and last point here, there are probably many other potential reasons, but I put here non-KYC, etc. All right, I don't really want to get into that one because potentially you want to do something nefarious, and yeah, that's it. There's a lot of reasons to that, but hopefully you guys understand what I mean by non-KYC when it comes to mining rather than just buying the coin, if that makes sense. Anyways, going to the last part here. This video is probably way too long. I'm so sorry. I really didn't want to make this video that long, but so I know some of you guys like this long form videos. Let me know if you even got this far. So the last part, okay? The last part, what am I going to do? And this is not financial advice. So I did clarify this in, I think, another video 2 or 3 weeks back. I say here, I'm going to be staying mining Ethereum and selling for cash reserve, for electricity, and maybe cheaper hardware purchases. And so the reason why I'm doing this, again, this is not financial advice, is that there is less risk. And for me, and also I'm just uncertain how long this bear market will last in my financial situation. Okay, if I had to carry on mining at break even or even at a loss for the next 2 or 3 years, I would not be able to do it with my current scale, with all the GPUs, all the hardware that I have. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Like, I don't really have that extra money if I were to really mine for the next 2-3 years capital, pay my electrical bill out of my pocket. I mean, like, if I had, I could just turn off half my farm, turn off, 80% of my farm and still mine. Yeah, sure, I could do that. Then I could still pay my electrical bill out of my pocket. But at the current scale that I'm at with all of my hardware, I would not be able to continue to do that for the next year. I would pay maybe another 1.5 years, I would say. But another thing is that I do make other sources of income, but as this market's been going down, my views are going down, income is going down. Not getting much sponsors in a way. They're not paying that much anymore. So when it comes to like taxes and stuff, it may not make sense for me to like mine at a loss. And yeah, it all really depends because I do have to pay myself. Like I said, this is my full-time job. I don't really have other outside sources of income coming in. But other than within my YouTube channel, I do have like multiple sources of income, but it's not like enough to where I think it would pay me enough that I could mine at like break even or at a loss or something like that. Hopefully that makes kind of some sense. I'm just uncertain of, if I were to hodl that Ethereum up until maybe if Ethereum would go up higher in price, I just don't know when that would happen, right? Obviously everyone thinks of, Bitcoin cycles. Yes, of course, I believe in the long term. But again, I'm just uncertain at the current landscape of our financial system that's happening around the world right now, and uncertainty, recession talks, the rise in interest rates. There's just always a lot of unknown. And so for me, I'm trying to take the lower risk play here, and whether or not that is a low risk play, I'm not quite sure. I'm just doing it because having the cash there in reserve, just in case, it serves as a mental safety net for me mentally. and also as a barrier for, like I said, to buy cheaper hardware or something, and for electricity. Because after the Ethereum merge, potentially, once everyone moves over to the other coins, then, you know, it's going to be the income, the yields, sorry, that we're going to be yielding after the Ethereum merge most likely is going to go down a lot more. So the Ergo that I'm earning right now as of August 31st, 2022, this is going to change. This is not going to be 17 Ergo a day. It's probably going to go down to like, I don't know, 5 or 10 or 3 Ergo a day, depending on how much hash rate really moves over to Ergo. Same idea goes with Neoxa. This 3605 6600 XTs is going to be maybe 1500 or maybe 1000 Neoxa a day instead of 3600 that I'm getting now. So that actually goes back to, and I think I forgot to explain it, is the strategy of mining other coins now, because you're yielding more before the Ethereum merge and before everyone just simply goes and mines all these other coins out on the other proof of work coins right now, what everyone sees on what to mine, if that makes sense. Okay, next part here is this all really goes together, but I do not have a second job, but I do have multiple streams of income from YouTube. So it's not like I won't be able to pay for my electrical bill out of my pocket. And in terms of in terms of expenses and taxes, it probably will make sense for me to, you know, mine at a loss potentially, because my income that I have from my YouTube, I do make a decent amount. But it just goes back to the part of, you know, how long will this bear market last? Not quite sure. You know, similar to like what 2018, that was a good 2.5-3 years. I'm really not sure how this next bear market is gonna fare, right? I'm just uncertain. That's why I just want to have that extra cash. But another thing is, if I did have that second job or just more stable income streams, then I could hodl again. But everyone's financial situation is different. So yeah, that just goes to what I explained just earlier. Okay, so now after the Ethereum merge, I will basically follow which coin to mine after the network start leveling off, when miners and the electrical expenses can't keep up to the dollar value coming from mining the coin. And yeah, I mean, who knows? I may have to turn off all my rigs after the Ethereum merge. You guys may have to turn off as well. Everyone's, I guess, electrical cost for people that have higher than, I'm gonna say, oh man, I don't know. I'm just putting ballpark here. I'm gonna say after 8 cents, maybe 10 cents kilowatt hour. Nah, I'm being too realistic there. Maybe 6 cents. There's potential people that have 6 cents electric and lower may be able to stay break even after the emerge, depending how much hash rate moves over to the other coins. I'm just putting a number out there. I have absolutely no idea, and nobody's gonna tell you, because we just don't know how much hash rate is gonna move over to these other coins. So once we see what to mine and we see, you know, things start leveling off after about a day or two, then, you know, network hash rate, difficulty, price of the coin, block times, all that stuff is going to affect your dollar value that you see on what to mine, and if it's going to make sense for you to mine or not after the Ethereum merge. All right, so that's basically it, guys. I think I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's so much more like nuances I could talk about, and there's probably certain things that I'm missing. But please, you guys, let me know. I think this is the end of the video. I think I got the gist of it, of certain things in my current financial situation, if it makes sense. If I'm missing a point or a strategy potentially, let me know down below. But hopefully it makes sense and maybe pertains to some of you of what I explained here, of what could be, you know, what your situation is and what you're doing. Again, what I am doing is based on what my financial situation is. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars of income or of money just sitting in a safety bed. Okay, I wish I had that. If I did, then I would be hodling all of the crypto that I am mining up until the merge. But I'm not going to tell you guys, you know, how much crypto that I have personally. Of course, I do believe in the long term, but I am going to sell enough that I think makes sense for me to have that cash reserve for the next, at least, I'm going to say at least the next year and a half. But who knows? This bear market could maybe last the next, I don't know, end of this year. And then the bull run could start in January. Who knows? Nobody knows. But I am preparing for the worst. I'm just going by, you know, previous kind of history of, you know, the past bear markets and such. But if the next one here is going to be the next, you know, long 2 to 3 years, because the landscape that we are in with the Ethereum merge, really, it changes everything, basically. Really changes everything in our mining ecosystem. Okay, my friends, that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts. I know that was long, and please, I love to read everyone's comments. So let me know what you guys are doing, or, you know, what any situations or things I talked about here that was wrong. I would love to know. Everything here is just based on my opinion, and maybe some experience as well, but I'm not perfect. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, and peace out.